For each participant ID, please use your real name following with your origin of institution. All of participants are expected to mute the audio and only unmute the video during the event. We cordially invite you to take your own firm and comfort seat in your own room, and please avoid the backlight. Make sure that you have a good and stable internet connection. If you have an earphone or headset, we recommend you to use it so that your voice can clearly and loudly to be heard. During the Q&A discussion session, all participants, please use the chat box to deliver the questions. Thank you for your cooperation and consideration.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining our researcher and research student enrichment program today. Before we start our agenda, let me reinform the webinar protocol to join this event. First, please adjust your name/ID screen using the given format on the slide. Second, during the event, please turn off your audio and only turn on the audio when the moderator gives you the chance. Third, turn on your camera. Fourth, ensure your network has a stable connection. And the last, adjust the seat position comfortably and prevent the black light effect. I will also read out the important information for today. Important note on the attendance. First, fill in the attendance form on the link that you can see on the screen. Second, fill in the feedback form, and the feedback form will share 15 minutes before the session ends and close after an hour. Third, attendance and feedback is compulsory for these purposes. First, mandatory attendance for ITS masters and doctoral students new intake. Second, certificate of participation, only eligible for international participants who have 80% attendance, which is minimum 7 meetings. And the last, there will be stamp for it for only eligible for ITS undergraduate students. Okay, welcome to Researcher and Research Student Enrichment session on today, Thursday, the 16th of December 2021. I am Samuel Nehemia Agung from ITS Global Engagement, and today I will be your Master of Ceremony for this session of R2SEP. You are now participating in Soft Engineering stream of R2SEP. Please do not forget to fill your attendance at the link that will be sent by our committee via the Zoom chat room. Today's lecture theme in the Soft Engineering stream of R2SEP is titled Life Strategy as a Researcher, which will be delivered by our speaker, Professor Erma Suryani, and Ms. Ika Nurkansana, Sarjana Komputer Master of Science, will be the one conducting today's session as our moderator. Before we start our agenda, allow me to deliver our schedule today as follows. First, the opening, and the second, introduction to the moderator and speaker, and will be followed by the lecture session and Q&A session, and there will be certificate awarding and will be closed by closing of R2SEP. Next, let me introduce our moderator for today. Our moderator today is Ms. Ika Nurkansana, Sarjana Komputer, Master of Science, who is also a lecturer and researcher at Department of Information System at ITS. She is graduated from Institut Teknologi 10 November in bachelor degree in information systems. And she continued her education in Nottingham, University of Nottingham, UK, with master degree in information systems and operations management. She has two research interests, which is business process management and also enterprise resource planning systems. Now that you are informed about our moderator, without any further ado, let's proceed the main agenda. To Ms. Ika Nurkansana as our moderator, the time is yours.
Thank you for the Master of Ceremony for such a nice introduction. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to moderating this session. I have known Professor Irma since 2009 when I was in the bachelor degree. And since then, I saw that Professor Irma always finished her work effectively, quick, and accurate. It shows that her life as a researcher is really productive with various publications and even so many patents. So I wonder how she managed all the things, hacking her life by formulating strategy as a researcher, and on the other side as a lecturer, and of course, as a member of her family. So before we learn from Professor Irma, please let me introduce you our speaker today. So Professor Irma Suryani is a professor of Department of Information System, Institut Teknologi 10 November ITS Surabaya, and she has completed her PhD in Industrial Management, National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, or NTUST Taiwan. And before that, she holds a Master of Engineering in Industrial and System Engineering, Institut Teknologi 10 November ITS Indonesia, and also Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering, Institut Teknologi 10 November ITS Surabaya, Indonesia. And Professor Irma has a lot of research interests. For example, system dynamics, modeling and simulation, enterprise systems, model-driven decision support systems. So Professor Irma will share her experience for 60 minutes, and after that, we will have a Q&A session. So now, without further ado, I will handing over the session to Professor Irma to share your experience. So Professor Irma, the time is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bu Ika, for moderating these sessions. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, firstly, I would like to thank to this program committee, R2SEP committee, for giving us opportunity to share life strategy as a researcher. Yeah. I have made some outline for these sessions. Yeah. First, we will talk about what is life strategy as a researcher, and then why we need life strategy, and also some challenges in the research, and what are the skills required. I think that is very important for master or PhD students, yeah, to know the skill of the research, yeah. And then finally, we will talk about 5 things to know before you start. Now we will continue. We will start with the first agenda. What is life strategy as a researcher? So what is life strategy as a researcher? Yeah. Strategy is about process organization, go through in order to determine what we need to achieve, how we will achieve the research goals. Yeah. To conduct a research, yeah, we need several components. Yeah, around 10 components you need to know. The first component is the idea. So in starting the research, you need to have an idea. Yeah, any idea. Yeah. And then, yeah, you also need to have field of your study. Yeah. And then after you identify the field of your study and the research idea, you need to define the research problems. And then after you can identify the research problem, you also need to define some research questions or your research objectives. Yeah, it is very important. Yeah. And after that, yeah, you also need to identify the theoretical foundation or your propositions. And after that, yeah, after you can identify the research problem, research question, and research objective, you need to determine, yeah, the research method. Yeah, you can use one method or probably more than one method. It depends on your requirement. And after that, yeah, after you identify the method you need, yeah, you need to have some data. You can use the data to validate or to verify your research output. Yeah, and after you can justify that your research is verified, yeah, you can do data analysis, and then you will have the research outcomes. And after you have some research outcomes, yeah, it will create research contributions. Yeah. So we can see here, yeah, from your idea, yeah, you can you can define the research problems, yeah, and then you conduct some action for the situations, yeah. So yeah, it will reflect your involvement, yeah, you doing the research, and finally you will get some finding of the research. Yeah, now we will continue to why do we need life strategy? Yeah, the first thing is to take you outside the day-to-day activities, yeah, of your organization and provides you with the big picture. It is very important. The big picture is very important, yeah, to define your research scope so you can determine whether you can finish the research or you can still doing your research. And the second is to help align the resources of the organization to the areas of most beneficial impact. And then, yeah, the third one is creates a common understanding of the goals of the research and gives you clarity about what you want to achieve and how to go about achieving it in order to determine a plan of action for research operation. Talking about research contributions, yeah, it means that your research outcomes, yeah, may consist of some applied theory probably into your research, and also you can verify the theory from your research. You can construct the new knowledge, yeah, or theory from your research. And yeah, the very important thing is you can provide solution for a practical or theoretical, yeah. When you take the master or PhD degree, yeah, publication is probably one of the requirement of your graduations, yeah. So publication as the research outcome, it means that you can share or disseminate your academic works, finding, knowledge, yeah, to subject you that you research, yeah, or other researcher in your field. So other researcher can reproduce your research, can develop your research, yeah, can enhance your research, yeah. And here we have some challenges, yeah. The first challenges is academic paper writing skills, yeah. You need to have academic paper writing skills, yeah, to have publication, especially for the international journal that has a reputable, yeah. And here, yeah, different from writing your thesis chapter, yeah, because each journal has its own format or writing, or each journal has their own requirement. And also we need to consider about the time to get your article published, yeah. Probably in the journey, yeah, you will have some rejections or correction or some revision. So you need to conduct the research, as maximum as possible, so your manuscript, can get published, And then the third challenges is academic English language in writing. Probably we can use like proofread, to help you in writing the research, because English is not our mother language. Okay, now we will go to the third agenda, challenges in the research. If we see from the academic point of view, the challenges probably, start from deciding the topic for the research. I think this is the most difficult one, deciding the topic for the research. And then you should explore some fundamental knowledge or theory. You can find some materials, to support your research topic. And then you also need to define the research method, for the data analysis. Probably you will need a certain software to solve it, And after that, you need to write, for your publications, And finally, we'll have some research contribution. And also, this is one of the challenges if we see from the academical point of view, Most of these issues can be helped when you refer or discuss with your supervisor or your professor in your department or your faculty. The challenges is not only from the academic point of view. The challenges may come from a psychological point of view. The first challenge is financial management. Financial management. Probably you will get some sponsor, or you need to find the research grant. And also for the time management. You should plan your research and manage your research so you can graduate timely. And then the third challenge is about social or isolation, and also relationship with your professor, with your supervisor, Your motivation also will influence the process of your research, And also the procrastination on the writing, how to show your work or your progress to your supervisors. Probably we will face some stress, in doing the research. And also you need to have work-life balance with your family, And finally, probably poor study habits, will be one of the psychological challenges. Okay, now we will continue to what are the skills required to do research. The first skill is organizational skill. You need to manage your research efficiency, and also you need to have accuracy, You need to have problem-solving skills, and also task completion to achieve organizational objectives, And then the second skill, you also need to have time management, because you will work under demanding schedule. And then you need to have data analytical skills, especially for the quantitative research, And also you need to have verbal, writing, presentation skills, And also if you can have team working, it will help you to make your research easier, And also you need to have open-minded. It means that the willingness to search actively for evidence against one's favored beliefs, plans, or goals. And then the last component that required to do the research, you can treat your study like a project, focusing on the management of time deadlines, cost or budget on resources, achieve the quality starting from objective and requirements from the university, and also you need to document your research. There are a lot of challenges ahead. As such, you need to always self-motivate this, and you need to be persistent. It's one of the key of success of the research. And here we come to the final final parts of this presentation, of these sessions. We have 5 things to know before you start the research. First, you need to have a clear of your aim and innovations. You need to define the research scope very clearly, because it will determine whether your research is finished or you still need to conduct the research. And then the second thing is you need to understand the context. You need to provide the lens through which the study, as well as its methodological approach, arguments and finding, conclusion and recommendation can be viewed. And also the third one, I think it will be better if we can engage people throughout the process. And also you need to develop a clear and logical plan for change. And the last one is you need to build support for sustainability. It means that the research can meet the need of the present and the ability of the future generations to meet our own requirement or needs. This is the last of my slide. I think we can continue with the discussion. I will pass this session to Bu Ika. Thank you, Bu Ika.
Yeah, thank you very much for the sharing session, Professor Erma. So effective, and I think there will be more discussion on that. So I would like to invite all of the attendances here to raise your hand or to write your questions on the form that already shared in the chat room. Okay. Do not be hesitant to raise your hand if you have any question. Okay, while waiting for the questions from the attendants, I have a question, actually, Professor Erma. So, have you ever done a procrastination and how to change the habit?
Can you repeat your question, Bika?
Okay, you say that procrastination is also the key for to be avoided when we do a research. And maybe some of us already done it. So have you ever done it too? And how you deal with it? How to change this habit?
I think all of us have a good and a bad habit, right? Even though we can hide that kind of habit, but I think everybody has, and the most important thing, I think we need to be so persistent. Try to imagine that after you finish the research, you will be happy. You will get some recognition. Probably from your university, and also from your family. You will be very happy, and you can go for the next step. So all of those will motivate you in doing the research, in mitigating the bad habit, any bad habit, and also we need to make ourselves happy, so it will motivate you to get or to obtain the better achievement, from time to time, So I think, if all of us has any kind of bad habit, I think it is okay, because we are human, we are not perfect, we are not perfect in everything, right, So the most important thing that we can mitigate the bad habit, and then try to motivate ourselves, try to imagine when we get a success, it will make us more happy. It will make us get some recognition, whether from the university or from your family or from your country, maybe, So I think, it will mitigate our bad habit in doing research, It will always motivate us to do better and better, Do I answer your question, Bika?
Yes, perfectly answer my question. So I got the key. And so we will be happy if we finish all the things without procrastination, even we have an endless work. Okay. We have another question from the attendant here, from Mark Owen Renta, from Malaysian Institute of Technology. Can you describe the average day as a researcher after graduate studies, especially since you are no longer rushing for graduation?
Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah. I think the fastest for doing research, I think between 2 to 3 months. Yeah. But normally we can finish our research in 6 months, yeah, for master. But for PhD, it's different things. Yeah, we can finish a lot of things in doing research, because in one program of PhD, we need to have 2 or probably 3 publications, right? And it will require a longer times, yeah. 1 or 2 years for PhD is for conducting the research, and then the time for the publication probably 1 or 2 years. So that's why, yeah, when you take PhD degree, it will require, yeah, for minimum 3 years, yeah, and normally for 4 years. And if we are not lucky, probably it will take longer than 4 years. It will take 5, 6, or 7 years, yeah. But for master, I think in abroad, usually 2 or 3 months, master students can finish the research. Yeah, I think it depends on the topic. It depends on the supervisor. If your supervisor is very busy, probably he or she will have won't have plenty of time, yeah, to supervise you. And if you can conduct your research, yeah, independently, so whatever your supervisor busy or not, yeah, you can still conduct your research timely. But if you much very depends on your supervisor, yeah, and your supervisor they are busy, or she is busy or he is busy, yeah, probably, yeah, it will influence you, yeah, in finishing your research, probably 6 months or more than 6 months. But I encourage you to conduct research independently, yeah. Of course, we will need the help from the supervisors, yeah, but you need to know your method, yeah, very clearly, yeah, and also your systems, yeah, very clearly, so you can determine the appropriate method for a kind of problems, yeah. So even though your supervisor is busy or not, yeah, it won't affect you. So you still can manage your research by yourself, yeah. Supervisor only will help you, but yeah, all the things for the research organizations is will be depend on you, yeah. If you can conduct your research by yourself, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the answer, Professor Erma. So
Yeah.
I hope that it's already answered Mark Owen Jentap's question. We have still so many questions here. So the other things is from Bapak Ivan Yosef Wanaibaho from Institut Teknologi 10 November. He asked about how easy is it to be able to think and to be able to connect ideas, theories, and problem solving in writing your thesis.
Yeah, it's very good question, I think, Wika. I think, yeah, it's everybody's problem. Yeah, it is not easy to find the research topic, right? Even though it is for master, or even though it is for PhD or doctorate programs. And based on my experience, yeah, we have some kinds of way, yeah, to define a research topic. Probably we interested in a certain method, so we can define a problem, try to explore some references, yeah, how to solve the problem using that kind of methods, yeah, and then we can develop a new research topic, yeah, for your research. That is the first way. And then the second way, yeah, we might have some data from a certain company, and then try to identify what is the problem in the company, and then try to solve the problem, determine the method. Yeah, that is the second option to find the research topic. But mostly, yeah, the first way is the most that people conduct, yeah, because yeah, it will be easier if we can if we are familiar with a certain method, and then we try to implement, yeah, the method to solve certain problems. Yeah, it will be easier, because I think for the data, yeah, we can use dummy data. Yeah, as long as the dummy data is still logical. I mean, the trend of the data, yeah, is still it still makes sense. Yeah. I think that's all, Bika, for that questions. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you again for Professor Erma. So, Bapak Ivan, is that already answering your question, or do you still have a following up question? Okay, I think it's already answered his question. So we still have one question here from Bu Aulia Putri from Institut Teknologi 10 November. I think this is also an interesting question. When we decided to choose the research work as our long-term career, how important is it to be consistent? Sometimes we feel overwhelmed with the difficulties in conducting our research, or maybe other personal problems. Do we need to push ourselves more and be consistent all the time, or can we have can we take a break while we also have the urge to continue our research?
Yeah, it is very important, especially if we are academicians. Yeah, if we are a lecturer, yeah, it is very important if we need to have a consistent in doing the research. Yeah, if we can continue, let's say, yeah, now I take master students. Yeah, after I graduate, I will take a PhD program. If I can continue my master thesis to a PhD thesis, yeah, it will be very convenient for me, because I know the method, yeah, very well. Yeah, so it won't take a very long time to conduct the research in the PhD program. Yeah, but I think, yeah, starting from the beginning of your master degree, yeah, you should determine, yeah, your research interest, yeah, based on your preferences. Because, yeah, even though it is difficult, but you have interested in that kind of topic, I think it will be no problems. Yeah. So I encourage all the participants here, yeah, to have a consistent in the research. Yeah, you can enhance the research, yeah, based on the requirement or based on the trend, yeah, in the world. Yeah, but still it is you. Yeah, probably, yeah, we have 2 or 3 experts in, let's say, in data mining or in fuzzy or in something. But still, if, let's say, Buika has an interest research, I think, in fuzzy, and let's say other people, let's say Erma, yeah, has also the same research interest in fuzzy, but fuzzy developed by Buika and fuzzy developed by Erma, it will be different, right? Yeah, so you need to have like
the uniqueness.
Yeah, a uniqueness. Yeah, you need to have a uniqueness so you can be an expert in that area. Yeah, uniqueness is very important. Yeah. Anybody can do data mining, anybody can do research, can do fuzzy, let's say something like that. But uniqueness, this is uniqueness of Wika, this is uniqueness of ERMA. It will create robust impact, of the research.
Okay, so consistent is really important for us to make our life so easier, yeah, Bu, yeah? Because it will be more easy for us, or easier for us to continue, for example, from master to PhD program, if we are consistent to that expert. We can be more expert than that. Okay, thank you for the answer. And let's see whether we have, okay. The other question comes from me again. So to do various research, I think, and I'm sure that you have a lot of research group. So how do you manage all the groups? Because I think they comes with different background, different competency. So how do you manage the things?
I think the first thing is we need to have a patience. Passion is the most important ones. Let's say like me, now I have two research partner. One from the transportation department office in Surabaya, and the other one they're from agricultural department in East Java. Both of them has different characteristic. Like your terms, uniqueness. So we need to have special treatment for them. And passion is the key for the successfulness of our relationship. Because if we can have a good relationship with the research partner, because they will supply the data and information, right? So if our connection is good, so we can get the data and information easily. But if we don't have a good relation with them, probably it will difficult in obtaining the data and information. So passion is the first thing, and also we need to have communication skill. The second one is communication skill. The first one is passion, and then the second one is communication skill. So we need to have communication skill, because other person or other organization, will conduct collaboration with us. If they, if we can contribute some contribution to them, as long as we can contribute some contribution to them, they will support us. Like my relation with the agricultural department, it start from 2015. And for the relation with the transportation department of it start in 2017 until now. Because we can have a good relationship with them. We know what they need. And they also know what we need. If we can meet each other, the relation will be better and better. Try to involve them in our research. Let's say in the beginning, we involve them, and then after we can have some progress. We also socialize our research outcomes to them, and try to collect some feedback from them. I think it will make the relations win-win solution, for the two parties.
Okay. Interaction is really important, in the research group. So the first one is passion. Everyone should have the same passion on that, so we can work together. And then the second one is the communication skill, because it will connect us together. Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions? So maybe, ladies and gentlemen, you can ask your questions directly to the professor by raising your hand. Okay. Other question is, for the PhD, for the PhD program, how do you have any tips to how to allocate the research to become more than maybe one publication? So we have a lot of publication when we have graduated from the PhD program.
Yeah. In the beginning, I think you need to coordinate, with your supervisor, your big things, your research scope, and then from the research scope, try to make an abstract. Abstract contains of 3 parts, right? Research background, research method, and research outcomes. And then from the research outcomes, try to manage, let's say, try to allocate them, try to assign, probably you will need 3 or 4 publication. So starting from the beginning, try to determine, what topics you will consider as, let's say, for international conference, and what topics you will consider for international journal 1. Which topic you will consider for international journal 2, and then which topic you will consider for international journal 3. So you need to plan, you need to have plan of your research starting from the beginning. Starting from the beginning, you try to have a big picture, and then try to identify the research scope very clearly, and then try to make a plan, what topic you will consider for international conference, and what topic you will consider for international journal. And also you need to find the journal, because some of journal, each journal has each requirement, right? So if you can identify the journal requirement or the international conference requirement since the beginning, I think it will be better for you. So you don't need a lot, you will need a long of time, you will need long time to finish your study, especially for PhD.
Great. So research roadmap to be determined from the first thing. Okay, thank you, Professor Irma. Another question from Naufal Shalhan from Institut Teknologi 10 November. How to strive the cost of doing research close to 0 or even no cost?
Okay, I think for the cost of the research, I think it will be no problem, because let's say you don't have any budget allocation for your research, you can collaborate with your supervisor, or you can collaborate with a certain institution, so that certain institution, I think they will give some contribution or money or funding for us if we also can provide them something useful, some contribution for them. I think it wouldn't be difficult to get the research funding, especially for today's ITS provide a lot of funding for the students, PAP, and then other things. I think ITS has two scheme, student as the assistant, as the research assistants, and they will get a scholarship, and then probably the second scheme, not as big as scholarship, but if you go for conference, your supervisor will pay for the conference registration.
Okay, I think it's now getting easier to find the funding. So it depends on us to how to search the funding and the values of the contribution of our research. Okay. Other question from Omi Gripio Pratomo from Institut Teknologi 10 November. As a normal human, there are many types of characters from supervisors. If I met a supervisor who was more result-oriented than accompanying my process, what should I do? Is it necessary if I use the help of a professional research journal tutorial service outside there?
I think, some of us, will consider that from one research, can obtain some contribution, some publication, or some products, right? Yeah. If your supervisors is a result oriented, I think it's good. Yeah, just follow her or his guidance. Yeah, because you will get used to it. Yeah, you will get used to it. Yeah, I think the difficulty is in the beginning, and if you already go with the flow, everything will go with the flow. Everything will be normal. You don't need to be afraid, or you don't need to be worried. Just go based on the direction from your supervisors. Because your supervisor, especially if he or she result oriented, he or she must be a professional, a professional researcher, in their fields. And I think they know how to conduct the certain research. So as students, the students, you don't need to be worried. Just follow the guidance from your supervisor. If you do not clear the direction, you can ask your supervisor.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for such a great answer. And we still have another question from, what is it? Burita. How to find the novelty of state or state of the art for dissertation? What is actually standard, so we know that the research will have meaningful contribution?
Okay, that's very common for PhD students. I think if you conduct defense, the first question is, what is your research novelty? So you can easily determine the research novelty starting from your literature reviews. From the literature reviews, you should identify the research gaps. Research gap. The gap between your between previous research and your research. And then from the gap, we can claim the gap as our novelty. It means that the previous research has some thing that already solved, but they still have many lacks. So you can fulfill the needs of the research.
Okay, how about the standard, Professor? Is there any standard for stating that our contribution is already meet the journal standard?
I think as long as we can develop, we can develop a new thing. Develop, it's mean novelty, because novelty is the second level. Before that, we can have some innovation. I think for master student, we don't need to have invention. We only need to have innovation. For master student, we need to have innovation. But for PhD student, we need to have invention. And for the research novelty, usually it is for doctorate degree. And to determine, or like Buika statement, the standard. The standard is as long as we can develop something new. New is not, it doesn't mean that big new. A bit new. It's also okay. As long as let's say the journal can accept our publications. I think it's okay. And I think it is not difficult to determine the research novelty as long as you can explore some references. Try to explore references from international, not only for regional and national, because it is not enough, especially when you publish your manuscript to reputable journal. It's not enough. Probably it will get rejection. But if you can explore some references from international areas, and then try to make a map between the previous and what you propose to do. I think you can determine the research novelty easily.
Okay. Thank you for the answer. Now, I would like to invite the attendants again. Maybe you can ask directly to Professor Irma. Let me see again whether there is another question. From Pak Ahmad Rauna Krosi from Institut Teknologi 10 November. I would like to ask how we as a postgraduate students undergo long distance lectures in order to maximize our thesis research. Thank you.
Yeah, to maximize your thesis research, I think, it will be optimum if you can have some research outputs or outcomes. Let's say you can have some publication or probably some copyrights or probably some patent if possible, by collaborating with your supervisor. I think the more you can get the result or your research outcomes, I think, it means that you can optimum in managing your research.
Okay. Thank you. Is that already answering your question, Pak Ahmad, or do you have any other question maybe? Okay, I think it's already answering his question. So do you have also tips, Professor Irma, how can we get insight for doing our idea or doing ideation in our research?
I think, it's not difficult to get the idea. It's not difficult to get the idea. Just try to make some list. Some list of the candidates of some topics, and then try to explore from some references, international references. What they do in international areas regarding to our research interest, and then try to combine between our research interest and some researchers in international areas doing, and try to combine, and then try to identify the niche of the research that still they don't they can that they still not conduct before, and we can claim the identify the research gap, and after we have the research gap, we can claim the research gap as novelty, right? I think if we can identify our novelty, we can determine the novelty as our research topic. Even though for your graduation, or even though you will conduct research for the research grant, I think it will be easy.
Okay. Thank you. So make as much as possible the list of the idea, and then compare with our interest and also other researchers. Okay. Thank you. We still have another question here from Bapak Onin Bibin Bintoro from IGS. How can we maintain good relationship with our professor all the time, especially for the doctoral students? We have more than one supervisor, and sometimes they have different view. Different view. What should we do? How to fulfill their suggestions?
I think try. The key is try to treat them based on their preferences. Because any supervisor has a certain behaves, right? Sometimes, the first supervisor, he or she result oriented, but the second supervisor, he writing oriented. So we can treat them based on their preferences, as long as we can maintain our relation with them, and also not to be so close with the supervisor, because if you are so close with your supervisor, I think you will have more assignment from them.
That's a unique suggestion.
That's my suggestion. Don't be so close with your supervisor, because if two people getting so close, the problem will be more and more. But if they need help, from your help, try to help and try to do try to solve the problem, yeah, very clearly, yeah, very clearly. So your supervisor will satisfy, yeah, with your doing, with your work, yeah. But don't be so close with your supervisor. If you're so close with your supervisor, yeah, you will get so many assignments.
That's an interesting suggestion.
But if the supervisor need your help, yeah, try to do your best. Try to do your best. So he or she will get impressed of you. Yeah. I think that's the tips.
Secret tips from Professor Erma. Okay, thank you.
Supervisor, yeah, you will get a lot of assignment.
Yeah, great suggestion. Thank you. Is there any other question from the audience? Oh, wow. This is also interest from Bapak Miftah from ITS. How to keep the research spirit still alive, especially for non-full-time PhD student. Wow.
Okay, yeah. To make it, interest in a very long time, I think, you should have confidence, that the topic will make you successful, So, you need to explore, and also you need to update your research, based on the trend or based on the requirement, let's say like my research interest, is modeling and simulation. But because the trend, let's say I need to combine between the modeling and the visualization. So I integrate between modeling and visualization. So I can have novelty in that area.
Wow, okay, great. So again, novelty comes from many sources, So from our spirit also. Thank you, Professor Erma. Is there any other question from the audience, maybe? Oh, from Salma Izati from University Technology Mara. Good evening, doctor. For a student which very new to the field, never experienced any research of that specific field, how would you advise us regarding estimate the time bound for us to outline our research timeline?
Yeah, I think normally for the research timeline is for 3 to 4 months or maximum for 6 months, right? If we are a new, let's say we are beginner, in the research, let's say I'm a master student in the first semester, I think I need to determine the topic and also the method, right? Before that, we already graduate from the bachelor degree, right? You're lucky if your bachelor and your master degree, if it is coherent. I think maybe from the bachelor in electrical and also master in electrical. But if you change the topic, let's say a bachelor from electrical and let's say master, you take like me, industrial management. So I need to combine between my expertise in electrical engineering and in industrial management. So I need to find a method that I can save. Once I can determine, the area, so I can identify the research interest from the method point of view, and then try to find the case so I can implement the method to solve a certain case, and then try to collect the data, conduct the research.
Okay, feel the experience first before we determine our focus area.
I think the most important, Wika, is we need to have some preferences of method and also preferences of what kind of analysis. I think some students will prefer, let's say, like quantitative research, and some student will prefer with qualitative research. For me, I prefer, let's say, quantitative research. I think we should determine that kind first. Yeah, we should select between quantitative and qualitative. After we select, yeah, based on our preferences, try to determine the method and also the case and the data.
Okay, yeah, great. Thank you. Any other questions so far? Let's see. Okay, no question in the Excel. So I would like to invite the audience to ask directly. Okay, no questions so far. Okay, if no, because it's already 4:30 and it's already 30 minutes for the Q&A session. Maybe you have a closing statement about your presentation today, Professor Erma?
Yeah. The first one in doing research, yeah, I think you need to have patience and persistent. Yeah, persistent. Yeah, well, probably, yeah, we will face rejections, but yeah, never give up. Yeah, try to improve your research paper. Yeah, and then resubmit to other conference or to other journals, and never give up. Keep your persistent. Yeah, and you also need to think that one day you will get a big success from your research. Yeah, it would be happen.
Great. And after that, after we have already our big passion, so we have to determine our big picture of the research, yeah, Professor Erma, because it's really essential for the life strategy as a researcher. And I saw that there are challenges in the research as well that we have to face both personally, psychologically, and maybe the essential thing about our research as well. So we have to we never give up, and the important thing is we have to start it now.
Yeah.
Do persistent, patient,
Yeah.
persistent, and start it now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for this such great opportunity and sharing session, Professor Emma Suryani. Hopefully, it can be meaningful for all the attendants today, both for the master and also the postgraduate students here. And now I would like to handing over the session to the Master of Ceremony. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Erma and
Thank you, Samuel.
Miss Ika for the excellent lecture and Q&A session today, and also to Miss Ika for moderating this amazing session. For the participant, please give applause to our speaker and moderator by using the Zoom reaction feature for today's amazing session and also an insightful session, right? And then we would like to present a certificate awarding to our honorable speaker and moderator. This is the certificate presented to Professor Erma.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Wika. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And the next, there will be certificate also to Miss Ika.
Thank you for the committee.
You're very welcome, Ms. Ika. Once again, thank you very much to our speaker and moderator for your availability on today's session. And before we wrap up the session, we would like to invite all of the participants as well as our honorable speaker and moderator to have a group photo. And for all of the participants, please kindly turn on your camera. And to the committee, you can take the photo right now.
Okay, let me take over the session. There are 7 slides. For the first slide, second slide, Okay, thank you, Samuel.
Okay, thank you very much, Adit. And now we have finished the group photo. And for all of the participants, please fill the feedback form through the link that you can see on the Zoom chat room. We want to remind you that the participants who will get the certificate is the participant who come on time, join this event until the end, and fill the feedback form. Finally, we have reached the end of today's Researcher and Research Student Enrichment Program, and we sincerely apologize for any mistakes we may have made in presenting as Master of Ceremony and Committee. Thank you very much to our speaker, moderator, and all of the participants for the attention and cooperation. Once again, thank you everyone for today and good evening.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Erma and Bu Ika, and thank you to all audience for your active participation today. Allow me to end the session in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.